Hey guys, what's up? As you can tell, my voice is still jacked up. Well, those who get to knit night, I don't even know what we call it right now. Ugh. But anyway, my voice has got worse, and my left nose are all swollen now, and it hurts. Like the pain is coming from my ears now on both sides, and my face is swollen more so on this side. So I just want to hurry up and do this video for you guys because I called first of all, you have TRICARE Prime, which is military health insurance. So I called the health line to speak to a nurse first. So they ask you all these questions about all your symptoms and all this other stuff. And so then she says, well, okay, you have a humidifier, and you can like run a humidifier, blah blah blah. And I'm like, we're living in Virginia, it's raining. One thing I don't need right now is more humidity. It's already humid and horrible. And so she was like, and you can take a hot towel to put on your face and your teeth because the side that's swollen is like it's like this camera's. So the side is swollen. It's like starting to get tender up here. It's like you would normally get when you have like a sinus infection. But I can breathe fine through my nose. It's not painful. I don't have like snotty nose or anything. But it is draining at night towards the back when I'm awake. You can feel it's draining. But it's not like, gross or anything. Like it's not like boom, it's you got, snot bubbles and stuff like that. So and I explained it to her. But it's weird because it's like they're following these prompts. They're not listening to you. They're trying to fit your sickness into these prompts they have. And so like I explained to her that, it started just like a little little cough like that. Saturday afternoon. I've been outside, so I said, oh, it's probably because, I was outside in the night air, and I don't, I'm not normally outside at night for that longer period of time. And so, but then as the week progressed, it got worse. I'm like, oh, well, it kind of reminds me of bronchitis. When I was little, I used to get bronchitis. And I got it a couple of times when I was in my teens, early 20s, but I hadn't had it since then. But then, unlike the bronchitis, where once I started taking like the expectorants and stuff, I would start coughing up crap, and it would be, productive coughs and stuff. So I've been taking Robitussin, and nothing. The cough is productive, but it's like it don't come no further up towards where you swallow, and it's like I can't get it to cough out, so I can see, because I don't know what color it is, so I can tell you whether I have an infection. But it's not coming up into my mouth when I cough. And so I looked at my tongue, and the back of my tongue is like white, and it's like a film. And I brush my tongue every day, so I'm like, where did this stuff come from, And so the lady's like, well, I think if we can't get you an appointment in to see a physician today at your regular provider, then I think you should go to the emergency room. Simply because the pain is starting to give you pain in both your ears now. And like when I cough now, the pain like actually wraps around like the back of my head right here, like the base of your skull. And so it's like this whole area like hurting, like somebody's trying to pop my head off. And like guys can see like how you can see it real good right here, how swollen it is over here and everything. So I don't like going to the hospital when I feel like I should be able to get a 15-minute appointment to see a healthcare provider at the clinic that's open today. In just 15 minutes, swallow my throat real fast, send it to the lab. Boom. You have this, or we don't know what the hell you have. Now you need to go to the hospital. I feel like I'm going to be sitting there all that time in the emergency room when there are really, really super sick people that need to be seen. And I feel like I'll be wasting the time. They get me back there, they swallow my throat. Oh, you have strep. You have this. You have that. Something that can be easily diagnosed by my attending physician at my clinic that I normally go to. It's called a Boone Medical Clinic, y'all. So they used to have like some walk-in appointments on the weekends. So if something like this cropped up, you could walk in. You have to wait to be seen in between other patients. But they don't do that anymore. So it's like when I went to bed last night, I didn't know I was gonna be coughing all night long. And then when I got up in the morning, I didn't know that it was gonna be like all this pain in my face and stuff, and like on my jaw and all this just hurting and swallowing hurts, everything from here, from my ears, actually now it's up to my temples. So my temples down to right about here hurts. So I'm just like frustrated. I'm really, really frustrated. And I don't know if it is strep. That's probably contagious. So I don't want to be around people and be contagious. But I also don't want to sit for 5 or 6 hours in an immersion room and maybe it's not strep. Maybe it is a bronchitis. Maybe I'm getting an ear infection or something. I don't feel like that should be me wasting somebody's time in the immersion room. They could be seeing somebody who is super, super sick. And so since we have Prime, it's not like people with Tricare, what's it called, standard, I think they could go to like the urgent care facilities and stuff around here and they just pay the copay. But I think with Prime you have to kind of stick within your system, which is like the Boone Clinic and stuff. I'm gonna call and ask my friend's husband who knows all this stuff and see what he says. So, as you can tell Patrick, I'm gonna be calling him. I'm gonna be calling you. You have to put Patrick on the phone if he's available. So I have a lot of stuff to show you guys. And then I'm gonna let you guys go. And I know you shouldn't start your video out with all your L's and E's, E's and L's. But I want to go ahead and get that out of the way because y'all can hear I don't sound like me. And I apologize if the video is jumpy. It's doing that thing where it looks like the audio isn't going to match up to the video. But the last time it did it, the audio did match up to the video. So yeah. So let's get started with the finished objects, alright? So I finished a lot of stuff. I don't have the pink 6-point star blanket. I already gave that to the person I made it for, but if you want to see pictures of it, if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you can see the pictures of it from there. Yeah, because the lady I made it for at work, she's about to pop. She said she's due in October. I don't think she's going to make it to October. She got that walk. She's dropped a lot. And she just does not look like she's going to make it all the way to the end of October to me. I'll be surprised if she make it to the end of September. I told her, are you sure you know when you got free? I said, because I don't know. I don't think you're going to make it, chick. So, one of my husband's co-workers, she wanted a blanket with Houston Oilers colors. And I'm not trying to be buying a whole bunch of yarn. So I'm going with the colors of yarns that I have. So I have some gray, I have some blue, I have some white. And the gray wasn't as light as I wanted it. But the light gray I had was too light. It was like a very, very light gray. So yeah. So this is, I did a gray square one because she said one of the babies is like 4 weeks old. And one of the babies is like 6 or 7 months old. So I did a granny square blanket. And not Houston. I worship people. The Baltimore coats. Well, not Baltimore coats no more. Wherever they are. They're the coats. I remember it from when they were the Baltimore coats. I don't follow football and stuff. I just pick on people who do. So yeah, I'll make stuff for you in the colors you want. As long as you're going to pay me. I don't have to follow your team or believe in your team and your dream. Because I could care less about your football team. I don't have one. So that's that. I'm not a football person. I like basketball and going to school. And it was college ball. But I know I've said this before. But after Coach V died, my love of basketball kind of, but not like playing and stuff. If I could still play it, I would. I'm just talking about like watching on TV and following specific teams and stuff. The Wolfpack would always have a place in my heart. But when Coach V died, it was like, yeah, I don't feel like I want to watch it now. It was serious. He was such a part of that team, of the history of that team, the successful history of that team. and of the culture that you follow the team, but it's more like you're following Coach V. So yeah, so it's like I'm really not interested that much anymore in college ball and stuff. It's or professional ball because there's so much ego involved now. When before people, whatever their goals and dreams, and now their goals are like leaving a legacy, leaving a legacy. How about you just play the game? Play the game. Legacies will come if you play the game. So that's why. Yeah. So the other blanket that she wanted was for Dallas Cowboys. I guess it's for the parents of the babies, more so than for the babies. Or maybe it's wishful thinking on her part that by introducing them to these colors as a baby, it would influence them as they grow older. So you can see the whole thing on Instagram. So I did this one for the Dallas Cowboys. So yeah. And this is the 5-point star. So it's a nice size and whatnot. Yeah. I love doing the star blankets. I do the star blankets a lot. It's fast, they're easy, they're fun. The color changes is simple. It's a simple pattern. Well, for me, it's a simple pattern. But for you, it could be a simple pattern too. It's not hard to do at all. I mean, I haven't done one of these in a long time. And I usually make them for the Edmark Foundation for the kids who have terminal cancer. Okay, so I finished the roving blanket that I was making. Let's use that roving up. And I'm thinking about felting it and giving it to the cats, but they'll fight over it. They ain't gonna lay there together. So I might as well felt it and use it like on my side of the bed for like more cushion, for my lower back and stuff. So yeah, so that's finished. And this was fun because it was fast. It used up a whole bag of roving that I couldn't spin because it still has a lot of that. I mean, it just feels so good. And I'm pretty sure that this was an alpaca wool blend. If not, then it's Panda's Feast. And it just feels so freaking good. I mean, it just feels really good, y'all. I wish I could have spun it, but it was just too tacky feeling. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so that's I think that's all finished objects I have on here. I did a water bottle cozy using some yarn I got from Michael's. I already gave it to the person, but this was the yarn that I used, and it's that Michael's brand value yarn, color Smart, Craft Smart. And I saw these colors and I was like, I wonder how that would look. It's short repeats, very short variegated repeats. But if you knit it, and I was using a size 10, excuse me, size 10 DPN to knit this. And it's a water bottle cozy. It's just like this one right here. It's just this color. And I make these all the time. They're fast, they're easy, fun, and people like them. So it's a great present to make for Christmas. Just cast on, and depending on what size yarn you're using. I think for this one I had 36. Yeah, it was 8 on each needle. So 4 needles, 36 stitches. I did a 1x1 rib so that the top would be tighter. And then after I did about 1.5 inches of 1x1 rib for the top part, then I just did stopping that stitch, in the round until it was as long as I wanted to be. It depends on the person. Like I usually ask them, what kind of water bottles do you prefer? And so I have one. I'll be like the short one for the people. Excuse me. For the people who like the little short water bottles, like the little 8 to 10 ounce bottles, I guess. And then for the people who like the kind of mid-sized water bottles, like 12 to 16, and then the people that like the liter water bottles. So hers is kind of in between the 12 to 16 ounce and the liter. So she can put a taller water bottle in hers. So yeah, so finished picture of it is on Instagram. Alright, so what am I working on now? Spinning. I'm spinning some Gotland. And it's so pretty. I love natural colored fibers. And this Gotland is such a pretty gray. That's pretty close. It's like a silvery gray with some sheen to it. And this is what the roving looks like. So, I think I'll probably get maybe 2 in a partial bobbin. So 2 full bobbins and a partial bobbin. Cause it was like a little over a pound when I weighed it. So yeah, so that's what I'm spinning right now. And, it's probably going to end up being a shawl or something. Crochet, I'm working on a blue star blanket. So after I do this blanket, I got one more pregnant person that I have to make something for at work. And that person doesn't know what she's having yet. I think she's supposed to find out next week. Well, sometime in September she'll find out. And so then I'll get started on hers. I ain't gonna apologize no more because y'all already know I'm sick, so deal with it. Deal with it. So here's the little blue one that I'm working on for my friend Angela. Now, let me tell y'all something about Angela. This is her second child. Her baby is, I think she just turned 10. But her baby was a miracle baby, you know. She had issues and they told her she would never have no children, but she had her daughter. And so her daughter had turned 10. She thought she was going to go through the change. She's in her 40s now. And she went to the doctor and they said, oh, you going through some changes. But it ain't that change. She was pregnant. And it's going to be a boy. And she's so excited. Her and her husband are so excited. Because you know what? No matter what health professionals tell you is your destiny, you can change your destiny. God can change your destiny. And love and friendship and just being happy and wishful thinking. When you give up on a dream, that's when God gives you the dream sometimes. So not gonna say don't give up, but don't let it define who you are. Because when you least expect it, that's when you'll be blessed. And she won't think about babies no more, didn't care no more. She was happy with her life, with her having her daughter. Her and her husband were happy. And then you get this blessing that you was just totally out the blue. So I'm just saying it to y'all, just like, you know, you never know what could change in your life and your health that you don't have a clue about and your doctors don't have a clue about. You know, they told this woman she would never have another child. They told her it was a miracle she had the first child. But look here, 10 years later, she's pregnant again. Okay? So, alright, so, like I said, I love doing this pattern. It's very fast. I took a picture when I started the other night. I worked on a couple of rows in the car yesterday at work. And then I did some more last night before I just didn't feel good. I went and laid down. So this isn't going to take long. And I'm using the Karen 1 pound. And I'm probably going to use this whole skein for this blanket. Because I want it to be a decent size. And you can make a nice size one. Let me see. Like I think these shelving units are more than 12 inches. I don't know where my ruler at. I wish I had my ruler up here. I could tell y'all real quick. You know how it is. When you want something that ain't never around, when you don't want it, it's always in your way. Okay. This is one of the rulers. So it's about 14 inches. So it's a 14 by 14 cubicle. So the last one I made stretched over 3. So 1, 2, 3. So 14 times 3. Somebody do the math real quick. Come on. And see, and that's one thing that I do now that I used to didn't do. Sometimes you just can't take everything so serious. You know, I used to take everything serious. I never smiled. I never laughed because I was like, why am I smiling and laughing for? That ain't good to be smiling and laughing for. I should have something to smile and laugh about, right? But now it's like I see humor in everything now. And I laugh at myself a lot now. And I'm just a happier person. And I think that had everything to do with me losing weight. Because once you're not stressed out and other things stress you out, once you just accept that what will be, let me try to make it as positive for me as possible and keep it moving. Once I took that attitude about life, I was so much happier. Even though I don't smile a lot and people are like, you should smile more, you should smile more. I'm happy inside. And that's something I can honestly tell you for most of my adult life was not the case. I was very unhappy and probably clinically depressed, but I never been diagnosed. I wouldn't tell nobody. I wouldn't talk about it. I talk about everything now because I don't care. I am who I am. Deal with it. Deal with it. So, let's see. 14 times 3. That's wrong. So that's 42 inches. So that's how big that's how big the other blanket was. It was 42 inches across. So, a star blanket. So from each arm across, the widest part was 42 inches across. Okay? And that's unblocked, so it won't block. So you got your numbers, Barb. It was 42 inches. But I didn't even use, well, I guess if I'd have used the same color, it would have been a whole skein. But I used 3 different colors of pink for that one. She wanted pink, y'all. Lord help her. But y'all know how I feel about pink. So I gotta find a project so I can get the rest of that pink out of my damn house. Hopefully, well, Nicole wants a boy, so she'll have a boy and a girl. But if she has a girl, I can get the rest of that damn pink out of my house. So they'll get my phone set where it's keep charging. You hate it when your phone charger don't sit right. You gotta play with it to get it to charge. Like, well, you can churn. See, that's throbbing. It's like, you can churn that in, and they can send it back and use your insurance on the phone. What am I do that for? It's a charger. Y'all should make a plug that once that charger starts acting like that, it'll be a little bit wider or snugger to slide onto from wear. It's normal wear on the phone. I ain't even had that phone 6 months. They need to design better charge ports on these phones. That's how they get their extra money. So I'm working on my socks. Sharon, I'm working on my socks. So this is how far I've gotten on that sock. And the color is kind of faded out. It's a little bit, it's more vibrant than that. And this is some nitpicks. Sock yarn. What y'all call that stuff? Nitpicks. Felici Foxglove colorway. Alright, so yeah. And I'm liking this. It's 18 times 4. Y'all making me do math today. I don't appreciate that. Clear. So it's 72 stitches. No, these socks are not for a man. They're for my big feet. I wear a women's size 10 wide to 11. Depends on who makes the shoe. If it's Reebok, I have to buy the women's 11. And if it's I like the New Balances. And because I'm a little rough on my shoes, I like buying the boys New Balance. So that I end up getting those on size 8. I don't understand why they do make them sturdier. Because a boy size 8 could probably last me 3 or 4 years before, unless I use it a lot in the garden. But just for average, just wearing with my jeans, going to the store, those shoes will last me several years before I have to toss them. Whereas if I buy a woman's size 10.5 wide, or 10.5, depends on how they stitch that year, New Balances, that shoe will only last me about 1.5 years before it's worn to the part where I have to get another pair of shoes. So all shoes should be created equal, okay? So the other item that I'm working on right now. Let me put this down and make sure my hook is in my phone. Lose it. Alright, so the other item that I have on the needles is using my hand spun, which I haven't done that much to it since I decided I need to go ahead and knock out all this baby stuff, because like I was having so much fun with this that it was like, if I don't do that stuff, these people gonna have these babies and they gonna have their blankets. So I wanted to get those knocked out. And what I might do for Nicole, since she don't know what she's having, I might just go with some neutrals, because I do have some yellow, I have some white, and but I don't have any mint green. But I have yellow and white, so I could do yellow and white for her blanket instead of waiting to see what she gonna have. But I'll wait a week to see. Angela's, her blanket will be finished today, especially if I have to go sit in the freaking emergency room. I'll be waiting for for my doctor to respond to my email and see what she wants me to do. So yeah, I'm waiting to see what she wants me to do. If she responds, and if I don't get a response from her soon, then I'll probably just go ahead over there and just sit around. Because I have a very high tolerance for pain, and the fact that it's starting to make me uncomfortable as far as my ears are concerned tells me it's probably something that I should go and get looked at. So let me get to the end of the row, and then I'll show you this shawl I'm working on. Now the pattern for this shawl is on the ball band of the Karen Cakes. Let's see. You know how it is, guys. If you weren't looking for it, it'll be all up in your face, all in the way. Here it is. So give me a second. Alright. So it's a free pattern knit triangle shawl. And yeah. So this is what it's a free pattern. So it's a there it is. So it's on the ball band of the Caron Cakes that I got from Michael. Okay, so it's an easy, very, very easy pattern. So, and Luby can do this one. So the last time I showed it to you guys, it was on my shorter Knit Picks Zyphers. They don't make the Zyphers anymore because heavy-handed people like me was breaking them left and right. They're supposed to be bendable, but they break a lot easier than they were supposed to. I was snapping the 1s and 2s like they were toothpicks when I try to use them for projects because I'm heavy-handed. So let me get to the end of the row. I can show you guys. So I hope everything's been going good with you guys. For those of you who maybe follow me who are stuck in Texas, Houston, Corpus Christi, Port Aransas, Port Arthur, all those places that me and my husband used to go when we lived there, we're stationed there. And you guys are in my thoughts and prayers. It's terrible. I love Corpus Christi. There are times I wish we would have stayed there, but one of the reasons we didn't was simply for that reason. It was below sea level, and you always got, if a bad storm came through there, even if you just had really super bad thunderstorms that dumped a lot of rain, you basically get stuck there because the Nueces River would flood and cut off the way out. So that's one of the reasons we chose not to remain in the area. When it was time to either leave there or retire there. So that's why we came back to the East Coast where, you know the evil, which is I grew up in North Carolina, so I'm used to hurricanes. But I'm not used to Gulf Coast hurricanes. Okay? So this is what I have so far. Alright. And you can see how it's kind of self-striping a little bit. From the variation in the color. So I'm really enjoying this. I'm actually enjoying it with my hands full, guys. I mean, it's like a miracle. So yeah, that's why I hate to say it, but it's my fault. Okay. We knew something catastrophic was going to happen if I started using my hands full. So y'all can use me as a scapegoat for a little while. After a little while, I'm going to tell you to get your mind back together and leave me alone. But I was picking on myself because I didn't know there was going to be a Harvey when I said that the world was going to end because I'm knitting with my hands full. So, yeah. And this is some Falkland. And my husband actually dyed this. He likes dyeing the fiber stuff. Who am I to stop him? Most of my fiber that's over in the bins is fiber that we dyed together. He likes doing crazy looking stuff, but I keep trying to explain to him, no, you can't keep doing it like that because then it gets muddy, and then when I spin it, it's like you got these muddy areas, and it's like bleh. I said, so you got to be more careful in it. But he was having fun, so I still spun a bunch of the stuff he dyed. And the pink came out pretty good, the pink and reds, like, it came out pretty good, so. Alright, so. That is the last thing that I am working on. So I have 3 projects on the go. Well, 4 really, if you think about it. I have 4 projects on the go. Because the Stone Point poncho. I still want to do this poncho. There's an errata. So I need to print the errata. Because that errata, it was messing with my count. So this is what it looks like. So I still got my yarn that I balled up for this. Okay. It's a pretty poncho. I still want to make this poncho. And the yarn that I bought up is some Windswept Farms merino that I had from I forgot what color this was, but it's a real pretty color. But this is what it's looking like because it's not with poncho is garter stitch. So, but I got I have to redo it because of the errata. So I just haven't had. I mean, yeah, y'all know I hate doing stuff where I gotta count and all this junk, right? And use stitch markers and blah blah blah. I mean, I like stuff that's fast, simple, easy. Use up my yarn, keep it moving. But I really like that pattern on that, and I want to do it. So I gotta take this. I gotta take this off the needles and frog it, and then I gotta redo it. And I think it's like 100 plus stitches, like 140, 150 stitches to start with. So yeah, I'm not happy about having to do it. So Not happy about it at all. So yeah, so I got like 5 and a piece partial skein of yarn for that project. So if when I take it apart and I do my print my errata, so and then also my brother-in-law's Carolina Panther blanket. So I need to work on that too. So yeah, so that's everything that I have going right now, and it was something I was gonna rant about with y'all. Here, this is hurting. We were talking about it yesterday at work. Oh. So, I think one of the things we were talking about were how a lot of times, you know, you see how much braid didn't come back. Yeah, since I got my hair dyed last time. We were talking about relationships and how a lot of times men don't get the same consideration when they in a relationship with a cray-cray person that a woman gets when they're in a relationship with a cray-cray person. And by cray-cray, I mean crazy. I mean not just somebody saying they're crazy. I mean this person is actually mentally unstable, medically unstable. Some have been diagnosed, some have not. But they exhibit all the symptoms of being mentally unstable. For instance, there are grown women out there who are jealous of their children. They're jealous of the attention the children receive from their fathers, their grandparents, anybody. If that person is, the child is being lavished with any type of attention, these mothers are actually jealous and abusive, become abusive of their children. It gets worse if it's a daughter. As that daughter matures and comes into her own, this mother then becomes sexually jealous of her own daughter and twists and turns things, trying to make the daughter like, oh, you think you all cute now. Oh, you think you sexy now. Messing with their own child's self-esteem, belittling them, making them feel like there's something wrong with them when it's actually the mother that has the issues. And the family members see this and they don't get help for that person or try to force that person to get help or remove the child from the situation. So my thing is this: if you are a grandparent or the husband, the sister, the aunts, the uncles, the parents of a woman that is like that you know this woman has physically abused, mentally abused her children because she's jealous of them, you need to get that person some help. You need to remove the child from the situation. You might think it's not that serious, but it affects that child their whole life when they realize my mother really doesn't love me. The only reason that she takes care of me is so she can keep an eye on me. And if they're getting child support, to keep child support coming. A lot of these women do not spend their child support on their child. All that money is my money. I had her is my money. I had him is my money. The money is spent on the mother, not on the children where it's supposed to be spent on. Or if you want that, your daddy need to pay more child support. Your daddy need to do this, your daddy need to do that. But what about you? You're the mother. That's your child. Once you become a parent, your needs and wants take a back burner unless it's something that's going to improve the life of your child. Your needs and wants take a back burner. Now, if it's something that's going to improve your entire family's life and outlook, like maybe you're working on getting your degree in a profession, or you know something like that, I can understand. The whole family then has to sacrifice to make sure that mama reaches that goal, because it's going to lift the whole family up. But if it's a selfish need that you're only doing it because it's for you, only you, and your children aren't going to benefit from it, the family's going to benefit from it, no one's going to benefit except for you, then that's a problem. Because I look at it like this: in this day and age, unless you were raised under unless you were raised and with your head stuck in the ground in a dirt mound somewhere with no TV, no cable, one of these religious sects, they don't let their people have stuff like that, or a family that's like kind of crazy. They don't let their family have stuff like that. So if you were raised in one of those kind of places and you don't have no inkling about sex, about people, about society and interacting with society, then you're excused from this conversation because you don't know. And if you are watching this off the blue and you had a background like that and you really don't understand it, I suggest that you seek help with your local social services, explaining how you were raised, how you grew up, and let them know that you need education classes to help you mature as an adult, okay? So that you can understand better and you can learn how to interact better with other human beings and whatnot. But getting back to the cray-cray, if you have someone like that in your life and you see them doing stuff like that to a child, you need to intervene, okay? That child deserves to be able to be raised in a loving, wholesome environment where their self-esteem is not being attacked as they grow older, where they're not being treated like dirt, you ain't looking, being abused physically and mentally, but then out in public, oh, she's the best mother in the world, give her all the awards, mommy dearest, okay? If you're a child and you're experiencing things like this, be you elementary up to, college age, if this is your life, then tell a trustworthy adult who can help you get out of that situation. Oh, I don't want my mom. If your mama didn't want to go to jail, if your mama didn't want to lose custody of your siblings, then your mama will get help for herself. Your mama don't care about you. She only cares about herself. Okay? So you need to accept that everybody in your life don't love you. Alright? I had to accept it. It's a hard thing. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry hard. But you need to understand that everybody who's blood related to you and in your life does not love you. Okay? They tolerate you. They deal with you. But they truly do not love. They don't even love themselves. So how they gonna love you if they don't love themselves? Okay? So you need to realize that you can love yourself. You can do for yourself. You can help yourself out of a situation like that. That's my rant for today. Oh yeah, and driving. Oh my God. Y'all know my thing about drivers, okay? So, the speed limit on the Berkeley Bridge is 5 miles an hour. Now, when people coming out the tunnel in the morning, you got people coming out the tunnel who need to, and they go this way every day. You drive this way to work every day. So why are you over in the far right lane? Every day you over in the far right lane. When you know you got to get over to the far left lane so you can go down to Monticello Avenue. But every day you over in the far right lane. Every day you slam on brakes, trying to switch lanes, and you do it at the foot of the bridge. Now this bridge is not a little bridge. So you got a little over a half a mile, I think, from the time you get out the tunnel to the time you get to where you need to really get over. I think it's almost a half mile. Might be a little under a half mile. But it's a good ways that you have to get over. These people act like as soon as they get out the tunnel, they need to get over there. So traffic is actually stopping. And it's like you got 4 lanes, right? You got 2 going into the tunnel, 2 coming out of the tunnel. And then you got these lanes split into 3 on each side. I think it's like 3 on each side, 3 or 4 on each side. But they split. The middle ones actually come to a complete standstill for people who don't know how to merge. It's a zipper. Zipper. You go. Like a zipper. You go. I go. You go. I go. A zipper. But the traffic is backing up on all lanes because you got people coming to the tunnel every day. Know they need to be over here in these middle lanes, but they in the far right and far left lanes, and they slow everything down and stop everything. Learn to drive, okay? Learn to drive, all right? So I done held y'all captive for over 40 minutes today. Y'all got a long one from me today. So I'm gonna see. She still ain't waiting on some stuff in my inbox. So maybe my doctor emailed me back, and hopefully she did. I'll be figuring out what to do. So wish me luck and peace out. Y'all take care.